SAKAP, yeah! Welcome back to Don is Back. Welcome back to the Don Reacts. Today, I want to react to something more of my interest. We are going to cars. Alright, I like cars. I like things about cars. I'm a car enthusiast. Okay? I'm a novice. You see, that term, money doesn't bring you happiness. I wonder what broke said that. I wonder what broke fella said that. Money dang sure can bring you a lot of temporary happiness. But in terms of longevity, money's a tool. There's truth to that statement. So, we got Donut here. Tesla v GT3RS. Now, in my opinion, I've been hearing a lot of good things about Tesla and how fast it is, how fast it can go. But I want to hear the first 2 to 3 minutes before I make my decision. Is that okay? It's not? I don't give a f. Let's go.
Unfortunately.
Is this Tesla capable of beating this $250,000 Porsche GT3RS around?
Why do you have a lip on it? And a tow hook? Why is it wide bodying compared to the Porsche that looks stock?
Porsche GT3RS around a racetrack? I mean, EVs.
Excuse me, Porsche.
Are heavy, they have poor range, and they're boring cars to drive.
But Model 3s are becoming more popular with driving enthusiasts. This one was the fastest EV on Pikes Peak last year.
Today, we're gonna go head-to-head battle to see if a Tesla can beat my favorite car of all time.
They're riding on a car already. My favorite car of all time. Tesla's was the fastest. Oh, no. Come on, bro.
What?
All right, so initially I was gonna go with it just because I feel like I want to and I know it more, and I don't mind if I'm wrong. The Porsche, we going with the GT3RS. All right.
Welcome to Donut. So we're in a Tesla.
Yeah, we're on our way
Mind you, they're not in the Tesla they showed in the beginning of the video. See, you gotta peep these things, bro.
up to Streets of Willow. What's your initial thoughts inside this Tesla?
This feels a lot like a mobile sim rig. Like, I don't know if the computer is giving me this road feel or if I'm actually feeling the road.
The Model 3 in general, I believe, is the second most popular EV sold in America.
Unfortunately. Now all the other manufacturers are copying this setup.
I mean, it's weird not having buttons. That's my first gripe when I get in a car like this.
Like, you've changed so much of what a car is that you get what happened to me when I first got in here.
That's gonna fold your mirrors, dude.
Oh, dang it. Is this touch sense? Oh, you have to pull it.
This should be the first 15 minutes of the video.
All right, Justin,
Caught
the
up by-
gripes aside, if you've been to track day recently, you're almost 100% guaranteed to see a Tesla at the track, which is interesting because on paper, this thing doesn't inherently seem like it's gonna be a good track car. It's heavy. This thing's about 4,000 pounds. How much does this thing weigh?
Less than 3?
Yeah, less than 3. 1,000 pounds, that's a lot of weight. That's like half of your mama. You gotta make up for that with more power. You need bigger brakes when you have a heavier car. Those brakes get hotter quicker. And then finally, the big elephant in the room, can't really just fill this thing up and go.
Yeah, you gotta charge it. If you don't have enough for your whole day, then what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Regardless, Tesla sees the Model 3 as a track-worthy car. The performance version even ships with a dedicated track mode. Okay, so if we want to put this in track mode, there's a couple different profiles set up. We have a race preset and we also have a drift preset.
There's a drift preset?
Yeah, so you can change the handling by changing the balance of the car. Higher front bias results in increased understeer, while higher rear motor bias results in increased oversteer. The fact that they even know what oversteer or understeer is and put that in a display is kind of interesting.
So I can see why this would become a track car. It's tunable.
Yeah, I mean, name the number of road-going production cars where you can change brake bias. Like those F1 guys.
Yeah.
They're constantly changing their brake bias depending on the corner. See if it'll skid right here. Skid around the corner. Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Nolan's behind us.
Keep the hand.
Like I said, this thing, it is a good car, but is it a performance car?
Can you take one of these, turn it into a track car, and make it an absolute ripper? Well, we're about to find out.
Because someone did.
Tis the season for slam dunks and Christmas cheer. And today's sponsor, DraftKings, is here to bring a sweet holiday gift to all you new customers. Ho, ho, hold on to your hats, because right now, Guy, what's up?
What up?
Hey, man, Jeremiah.
Good to see you,
Good
man.
to see you, yeah. This is my buddy Dai Yoshihara. He's a Formula Drift champion who's seen just about every racetrack in the world, including Pikes Peak, where he recently took first place in his class with his modified Tesla Model 3. If it really is possible for the Model 3 to have some serious chops on the racetrack, it'll probably have to look something like this.
Battery-wise, is this like still like a stock Tesla Model 3?
Yes, the battery and the
Wow.
motor-wise, still the
Okay.
yeah, exactly stock.
Even though the central components of this car are bone stock, it does have a few key upgrades that make it a machine that's capable of tackling Pikes Peak. The most obvious is all the aerodynamic components,
Big splitter in the front and a big wing in the back.
but the most important is the upgraded cooling system for the battery pack.
So this is the radiator, this is the duct that the air goes through.
Oh.
That's about it.
See, with a hill climb like Pikes Peak, battery range isn't really a concern. Instead, the biggest limiting factor is batteries overheating. As the temperature of the batteries get hotter, the performance of the car goes down significantly.
So it's not a mileage thing, it's just like a abuse kind of.
Yeah, it's like a short amount of time if you push on it too
Right.
hard, and then it gets like almost like a limp mode.
Another super important mod is all the weight reduction Dai and his team have done to this car. Carbon fiber mirrors, carbon fiber doors.
Oh, wow. Dry carbon too.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Since most of the weight comes from the battery, it'd be almost impossible to get it anywhere close to a traditional sports car. But they still managed to lose around 400 pounds. Do you think that there's a future of cars like this built to be like a track day car?
Yeah, definitely, because you've seen the truck that has a supercharger these days, like Baton Willow and Laguna Seca has a supercharger. It's gonna be the thing for sure.
Yeah.
In the future.
Model 3s coming to a track near you. In order to get a sense of how much different this car is from the base Model 3 we drove earlier, I'm gonna go take a couple slow laps around the track with it.
You've driven this truck a lot, right? I guess.
Yeah, it's interesting hearing no engine noise,
Yeah.
just all tire rumble. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't feel like too crazy of a race car.
No, it's
You know?
not. So like I said, this is very easy to drive. I mean, especially you don't have to do like shifting or
Right.
anything.
The steering feels really good.
Yeah.
It's pretty responsive, how you said before.
Yeah,
And this is a street legal car, yeah?
it is technically.
So
yeah.
you could
So to kind of take a second and just speak on what we've learned so far, I find it very intriguing on how the Tesla and that model is actually able to perform so well. The modifications, I'm not too good and I'm not too versed in the knowledge of track racing, but when it comes, because I'm here for the race between the GT3RS and the Tesla, all that other stuff is new for me. But to hear a car that I believe was supposed to be made for domestic use, you know what I'm saying? Families, road trips, A to B, longevity in terms of like you can travel from here to here on one charge, things of this nature is what I understand Tesla to be. So to see it on a track and to see what they did, the fact that they have the ability to make it happen is what's kind of just like, yo, what the? It's like, it's kind of getting a little scary. But at the same time, you know, an enthusiast will also be like, man, why not? You know, why not make it available for the track? Why restrict it when it has some kind of potential for it? And so this is what Tesla's doing, or this is another side of Tesla and what they already have been doing.
technically build something like this,
It's awesome.
daily drive it, and then take it to the track. Here's the thing though, we actually today got the ultimate daily driver, a GT3RS. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this car in a head-to-head battle against that GT3RS and see which one comes out on top.
That's totally cool.
Let's turn this thing around. That's right, we're about to do a head-to-head track battle between a $250,000 Porsche and a modified EV. Now, in a typical time attack scenario, I would want to take several laps around the track.
What I want to do, $250,000, $250 million. Wow. So let's say 24,000, but 24,000 we're gonna say 250, quarter million, 250,000 versus 24,000.
Track to dial everything in and get comfortable with the car. However, the Model 3 here is pretty limited in terms of how long it can operate at peak performance. So to make this a fair competition, I get one hot lap in the Porsche and one hot lap in the Tesla. Time to go to work.
We good? Okay. All right, so right now Jeremiah is doing some warm-up laps in the Porsche GT3RS. One of the best cars money can buy right now.
It's got active aerodynamics on it, tons of drive modes. It's so sick.
Everyone loves it. Here he comes, here he comes.
Whoa, do you see the wing close when he got on the brakes? That was pretty cool.
He's looking real fast. Woo, boy. So that's the scary part of the track, where we lose sight of him and we don't know what's happening. Hey, he's back. Here we go. What's the time?
1:21.3.
That's really fast. And that's a car.
Not bad, dude.
This thing rips. Dude, that car's so fun.
Yeah.
121 a minute, 21 seconds, 30 milliseconds.
Have a good time.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Anything under the 120s is pretty good. Let's see if we have an even faster car in an
Hold on. Oh, camera died.
EV platform. What we're worried about here is peak battery performance. We get one chance at this.
Pretty much. It's gonna be hard, but hopefully it'll be up there.
Yeah, he's coming around here. Dude, there's no sound.
No
It's so
sound
weird.
whatsoever.
It's hard to gauge how fast he's going because
I know, no sound.
no sound. But I mean, he's going, yeah, that's quicker on that.
Yeah.
It definitely looks good.
Dang, that looks so good.
He's going really fast. You can kind of tell the weight. You see it bouncing around. Yeah, a little shimmy there. Woo!
So, moment of truth.
By my count, that was a 121.87.
Oh, pretty fast. That's pretty fast.
Yeah,
Hey,
How was it?
121.8.
I tried.
I feel like because it's so new, it wasn't really fair. But let the owner of the car do it, he'll probably beat it. That's way too close, bro. A Porsche, that's way too close.
Like that.
But still, that's great.
It was a lot of fun. It's this weird experience though, because you're not having to like work as hard because you're doing less. Like it's all about driving, like focusing on driving and like hitting your lines. Dude, Di, thank you so much for letting me drive this thing, man. Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. Di, thank you for coming out. And thank you so much to Evasive Motorsports for lending us your amazing machine right here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Check out all our videos on this channel. Di, where can we find you?
I do all the social medias, so like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Dai Yoshihara, that's it.
See you next time.
All right, my boy, that was nice. I wasn't wrong. You feel me? I won, we won. But if you went Tesla, you're crazy. You're freaking crazy. But nah, I'm just joking. In terms of like actual like wow factor, it was really close. And I felt like if we had a driver who was more experienced in the car, they would have been able to beat the time easily. But it was fair because it wasn't really fair because the driver didn't know and also had the pressure of, you know, having one shot at taking the whole track. And so, like I said, I do think that it's just too close for comfort. Tesla is crazy. This is really new. And I actually love learning about it, to be honest with you. But that's it for today's video. I'm going to go ahead and play me some COD. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if you want to see me, if you want to start seeing me live streaming down in the comments below. But other than that, your boy is on SAKAP. Yeah.